It is 2025. I played this a few years ago, and I'm back here where I started. Kind of crazy. I'm about to finish this game. Oh my gosh, I actually made it. I made it to Europa. Hot damn. This is what it looks like. Okay, what the heck is all this? And just like that, I finished Europa. Took one playthrough and that's it. Short game. Love it. The most beautiful platformer I've ever seen. Let's talk about it. Out of here, and I just finished Europa. My goodness, I have not. Let me tell you, I have not did a video like this in forever. I don't know when was the last game that I played. I have so many games, and I want to finish a lot of them, but I don't know. Thank goodness I actually finished this. And this kind of reminds me in this phase of like, I think when I was playing Mika and The Witch or something. Yeah, I finished that quickly. And also the same thing with Europa, even though there was long periods of like not playing it. I was playing something else, and I guess I came back just to finish it. But also, was like very tempted to, just do one chapter and that's it. And when I say one chapter, I mean I was in chapter 10, I believe, and then I was gonna leave it there. And then I'm like, okay, well, hold on. I'm actually already in the Europa Tower or the freaking floating rock. Let's see where this ends up. And just thank goodness I did make that decision, even though it was late already. That yeah, I already pretty much just that one sitting I finished the game. And I pretty much it took me a bit like a couple of sittings to actually finish it because I was busy with things other life, and there was other games to play. But yeah, I'm finally done with Europa. I did not collect all of the emeralds. I did not go full completionist. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm done with this. Move on to the next game. What else do I have to finish? I have to clean up my backlog. You know what I mean? But after finishing Europa, it is a satisfying 3D platformer. It's very soft spoken. I feel like there is a sense that it's supposed to be emotional or something like that. Um, I didn't really get it. I don't know if there was not really any tears in terms of the beginning or what it holds. It is sad though. There's parts of it where it's very heartwarming, and also I guess it's trying to be emotional in some sense, but it left me, not really that emotional, but also like wowed and amazed by the design, by the atmosphere, by the music, by everything just flows so well. It was more quality driven compared to Journey and compared to Sky. It was in that level, but also it had character of its, you know, and also the other games had character as well. But this one had a certain character where it's like Pixar-ish, I guess. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the game. It's beautiful to look at, that's for sure. And also it runs very well on my PC because I don't have that good of a PC. But even though of course this is expected that once you get into the ending of a lot of games then or start recording or something like that, there was a couple frame drops and all that. But overall, it actually was smoother than I realized, especially looking at everything else. There was a certain technique that I guess the graphic designers use to make sure it flows very well. It did. Pretty much the whole game was smooth, and I really enjoyed the atmosphere and just the flow of the game. There was parts where I guess for the most part there was only one part that I was lost, but the most of it I didn't really get lost. I know what to expect, know what to do. Some of the enemies get hard, and the thing about the game is that you can't fight back. So I was kind of like saddened that I couldn't fight back. I couldn't have like special abilities to take them out. But it's a cozy game for a reason, knowing that you don't fight, you're not really that, at least for me, I wasn't angry of just the bugs taking me out. It was easy enough to actually, get away from them. But also, it could have been nicer if I did have weapons to, so they can stop shooting me when I'm trying to figure out each puzzle. Each puzzle was actually easy. This is a very easy storytelling type of game. I don't know what it is with the story itself. I can't really give you that analysis, but basically, of course, your grandfather. I always like to think grandfather. There was some aspect that it was the father. I feel like it was too young to be the father. This guy that was speaking, whenever you pick up a page, it felt like, especially the kid's age being young and this, old man individual. My guess, and I feel like I'm correct, that it had to be the grandfather. It had to be. But there was no mention of like where the dad is or something like that. And I don't even know how old the kid is. The kid looks like he's 9. Like he's not even 10. At least from what he looks like. Like the kid looks very young. But also there was a interesting design and explanation. I'm not gonna spoil it because I feel like you should definitely check this out. It's on Switch and I feel like it would run better there. But there is a reason why the kid is robotic and in his designs. And I feel like, the grandfather did what he had to do to, defend his planet and also basically set a future. People look at him crazy for a reason. And pretty much the grandfather kind of like, was like, yeah, I kind of messed up this one or something. I don't know. There was this sense of, I feel like the voice actor was trying to, you know, continue this overall sense of warmth whenever he talks, and I don't know if that got annoying. There's a part of me where I'm like, okay, dude, calm down. Let me try to focus here, okay? But there's also times where I'm like, okay, yeah. I feel like he's trying to be emotional, but maybe not. I don't know. It wasn't bad. It was fitting, but also it was like, who the heck was this man even? And I feel like we didn't get enough to actually know really who he is, or even get to see the kid, a chance for the kid to talk. The explanation of a lot of things of what happened to the world or where they're at or how they're trying to survive is really telling. You're kind of seeing this from an aspect, despite the kid being a freaking kid. It tells stories and tales, at least from the old man, of, the kid being younger and what happened during that time, especially when the father was alive. And of course, yes, the father or the grandfather was dead. And pretty much that's already a given in the beginning, especially in the demo. Because I did play the demo of this game. It was fulfilling. I played it on Switch. It was such a good time. Actually, I played on both. I played it both on Steam and Switch. The first time I saw this game, I was like, I gotta have it. I want to witness it. I want to know what it is. And thank goodness I did, because it really fulfilled what I really wanted. I mean, the ending could go both ways for some people. I didn't find it too crazy or anything. I feel like there needs to be a sense of more content, but then again, that would be a bit more annoying. And maybe I'm saying that because I have a big backlog of games. I have too many games and I really can't keep up. There will be a probably a somewhat of attempt of me like, man, even though I'm like only a few seconds away from the freaking ending, I'm gonna take a break. Because I was stayed up late to really finish this game, and I feel like it was worth it. I feel like that at least I had a fulfillment of finishing a game. That's what I was happy about. Like, yeah, finally finished the game. Thank goodness. But other than that, yeah, Europa is a masterpiece. You do a lot of puzzles, you do a lot of jumps, platforming, but easy platforming, but also discovering where you're at, the world and the nature. You can just feel it, smell it, and it sort of gave this, Ghibli vibe to it that really centers a lot of people that understands that aspect in art form. And it does it pretty well. And also, especially gameplay wise, it definitely is taking inspiration from Sky and Journey. And I feel like the same studios also made this, but I wouldn't know. But other than that, yeah, I guess I give it an 8 out of 10. So far, I think it was unique. I feel like if I didn't really had access to a lot of platformers that I do right now, I feel like I would give this a much higher score. But since I'm spoiled with so many games, I'm kind of looking at this like, yeah, I pretty much had my time. I had my time. It was all I needed. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. I'll see you when I see you. One love and peace, and God bless.